Hello. Welcome to the tea session. Here's the tea about my life. Let's go. For everybody wondering, I'm drinking Lipton's. Lipton's, bit of milk, bit of sugar. I've written down all the things I want to talk about. I'm not gonna come here and say like, oh, no, excuses. I don't have any excuses. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to explain why I haven't been on YouTube, and am I even continuing YouTube? Who knows? Find out. And now. So first things first, I finished uni for the year about a week and a few days ago. Don't even, too lazy to have a look. Week and a few days, on the 12th of October basically, was my last day. And this year at uni has probably been one of the most mentally challenging ones, one of the most bloody exhausting ones. I had a lot of great fun creative outbursts, and it was fun, but then also a lot of shit and a lot of stress, and my anxiety hit a new high. It's been hard, and I've not been able to do YouTube because it has been so difficult. Another thing, more tea. Also, I talk a lot, so grab a snack, grab a cup of tea, pause it, make a cup of tea, make a brew, come back and you know, listen to me. I don't have a job, or I mean I do now. I'll get to that in a minute. The last job I had was in January. I got made redundant, I think that's the word. Basically, the company I worked for decided to just close all the physical stores without telling any of the staff, and basically, yeah, I didn't have a job after that. I had been talked about that I was going to be held on after Christmas period, and that would be great, and I was like so thankful because I need a job in between. You know, I can't just go to uni for 6 months and then work for 6 months. I'd like a job in between that. I need to, because I don't earn anything off of YouTube. I just love creating videos and stuff like that. Was it a month ago? Roughly a month ago. One of my dream jobs is to work in a makeup store. I actually have worked in makeup from before. Worked for 2 different companies when it comes to makeup. I don't know if I should tell. I don't know. I worked in makeup basically. So I have experience, and I'm self-taught, and I just love, you know, applying makeup, making people happy through makeup, sharing tips, advice with makeup. Makeup is a big part of my life, basically, and I love it, and if I can work in it, then that would be, you know, everything. The other month I thought I was gonna like pass out because I ended up I applied for one of my favorite makeup stores, and I ended up getting an interview, and this is technically one of my biggest dream jobs. I love the company, I know their values. I love how everyone's kind of welcome there. You don't have to be a professional in makeup, you can just be a general makeup lover. And yeah, I didn't get the job, and it's a bit weird because I went to the interview. I felt like that was the best interview I'd ever done in my life. Yeah, it technically was one of the best interviews I'd ever done in my life. I felt like I gave it my all. I really felt like I was unique. I really stood out. Did everything they literally told me, oh, that was a great answer. Like, I felt like I killed it. And then being told that I wasn't gonna be able to work there, it boggled my mind a bit, because what they were looking for was somebody who has a passion for makeup and just customer service, what I had, and that has extensive beauty experience. I've worked in makeup before, and yeah, so I ended up not giving up. I ended up sending an email and asking why, if I could just get some feedback as to where I went wrong, because this was something I cried. I really did. Like, I broke down because this is one of my dream jobs, and I'm obviously not giving up yet. I'll reapply when I get the chance, but yeah, I still get sad to this day because it was one of my dream jobs. And I just felt like, you know, if I gave it my best, then why wasn't I good enough? And I know it's just a job, and obviously the universe thinks that there's something better out there for me. And there definitely is, probably is, most likely is. That's why I probably didn't get the job. And I believe that the universe has stuff sorted for me. So, oh my god, I don't mean to be crying. Oh no, hold on. I need to get a Q-tip. Oh my god, my makeup's gonna fuck up. And who cares? This is a video about me being honest about what the fuck's going on in my life. Oh, salty. I used to like licking my tears when I was a kid because I was like, salty tea. Next thing, my mental health. My mental health has not been good. It's skyrocketed. Like I'm happy, but I'm not okay. It makes me want to cry again. I don't really want to cry. I'm not alright. Like, I'm alright, but I'm not. It's hard to explain, but I don't know what it is. I really don't. I experienced like, I have pretty high anxiety from before, or I've developed, sadly. Hold on, this is fucking bothering me. Sorry, it's just like I've got like a long line of like, honestly, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna start crying anyway. I just feel like I'm such an emotional wreck nowadays. I've experienced my like first real panic attack, and that shit was so fucking scary. My chest went tight and I ran to the bathroom and I cried there for 40 minutes when I was at uni, and it was terrible. And I just feel, I don't feel like myself anymore, and it's scary. It's really, really scary. And the only way I kind of deal with it is talking out loud to myself, to my family, my mom especially, and or journaling. That's how I deal with it right now. I never used to be like this, but I don't understand why I've developed it. But you know, you can't help it. Like, I always try to push the stuff down and kind of try to ignore it, but you know, it catches up with you in the end. Next thing I want to talk about, it's not getting any more positive for a little bit. Excuse me. A lot of people might think that I'm a very, well, not very, a lot of people think that I'm quite a confident person. I sometimes get asked, you know, how do you stay so confident? Or I used to get asked, like, back when I used to do YouTube a lot, people used to ask me, like, how are you so confident? And, you know, I might seem confident, but I have some really deep-rooted self-image confidence issues. I don't know how I do it. I think it's just a coping mechanism that I just cover it up. But deep down, I am not okay, and I don't think I'll ever be okay. And that's okay. But I'm working on it. Just lately, I'm not seeing myself in the same light I used to, which is very sad, kind of depressing. Yeah, for some reason, I never used to be like this, but every time I look at myself, I just see flaws after flaws, and I try to like step back and go, you know what? Calm down. This is not necessary. You do not have to use all this energy on that. I sound like Libby. I sound like that girl with the long nails. I think her name is Libby something. She's amazing. You know, I try to tell myself that, you know, this wasting time and energy on stuff like this isn't important. And like, it actually, for me, it is working, just trying to tell myself that, because I kind of just snap out of it. I don't have time. I don't have time for stuff like that, because that's not beneficial to me. YouTube, this stuff, my creativity, my all the stuff like that. I posted, my last video I posted was about 2 months ago, it says on my, you know, last posted thing. And I've gotten a lot of questions from just like general, you know, friends, family, stuff like that, like, oh, why aren't you posting your YouTube videos anymore? Like, why aren't you creating content anymore? Hey, YouTuber, why aren't you, you know, posting a video? And I'm like, I'm never happy with what I post. I'm so sick of just pushing out videos for the sake of pushing them out. I've not been happy with them for a long time. I want to be generally happy, and I feel the need to like reinvent myself all the time. I feel like I need to change things up all the time. I feel like I need to change my style of video or my content and stuff like that, and I just never seem to be happy. I want to put out videos that I'm actually proud of, that I'm putting time and effort into, and that I'm like, yeah, this is so me, this is what I want to project out to, you know, my audience, the internet, whatever, you know, I'm putting it out there on a platform. And yeah, I just, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get back on YouTube, but I thought I owed everyone an explanation as to why I've been gone and why I keep disappearing. It's difficult to have a creative block like this because I've had great creative, you know, flow with a lot of other things, but when it comes to YouTube, I just feel like I've lost it for a bit, and I want to find it again because I love doing YouTube, and I've done YouTube for a while now. But I want to get into, I want to go for it, you know, like I really want to go for it, but it's difficult when you're kind of like your own bully. When you're kind of like a perfectionist, you kind of want everything to be like nice or cool, or, you know, everything you post, you're like, oh fuck, that was so bad, like why did you even post it? I'm basically my own worst enemy, just because I feel like I am a perfectionist in some ways. And yeah, so there's that. The future. I'm terrified of the future. I'm 21 and I'm terrified of the future. I have no idea. I'm trying not to think about it because thinking about it makes me want to vomit. Yeah, the future is scary. I feel like I just suddenly became 21. I went from 18 to 21 like that, and I'm scared. I'm terrified. I have no idea what I want to do with my life, and that's the tea. Social media. I spend way too much time on social media, I feel like, and not for anything good. You know, I found myself a few months ago getting too obsessed with the fact that I had to post a photo, or I had to create content, I had to create, and it was like, I was pushing myself, but not for the right reasons, and it wasn't self-improving, it was self-destructive. It wasn't good. And after, you know, Apple launched the whole like screen time thing, I found out last week that I spent 40 hours a week on my phone. I don't want to do that anymore. That's not me. I don't want to get so caught up in social media that I forget that I actually have a physical freaking life. So I've set myself goals of, you know, doing stuff that doesn't require my phone. I mean, yeah, I love creating content digitally and all that stuff. Yeah, I can sit on, like, you know, Photoshop for ages, but that's like, you know, developing me as a creative individual. But being on just apps, scrolling, all that stuff, like when it's not benefiting me or anything like that in some sort of way, then I feel like I should use way less time on that. And I also want to go out, I want to do stuff. Did you know, fun fact, here's the real tea. Here's the real tea. I've lived in Australia for soon 2 years and I've not been to the beach yet. I've been to like pools, but I've not been to the beach yet. That needs to change. I need to go to the beach. And I think, you know what, that's about it. That's the tea about my life. That is the tea of my life right now. And now you've had it. It was hot and now it's just a bit lukewarm. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.